about to make a play. Pull the chains, tell them get about the way.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Guys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
50, come on.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. That one good for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hope. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Ready. 15, 1.
Back to throw here. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Packers' 13-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run for it with Cook, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game, then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Rodgers. On the crossing route, complete. It's Holt. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. Check 9, check 9.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Zadarius Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. Going up top. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Gonna throw again. He's got Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Going deep for Hopkins, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive. So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, but sometimes he doesn't act very well about what he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Rodgers now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Vinatieri's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Break that in. 319. Let's go heavy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Their own 30-yard line.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Yo.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. And they'll send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till... And look at this, it's a fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.